About 35.
Is that the name
35,
of
40.
the community?
Forest Dance. It happens here twice a year, and then it happens there once a year. And then they have something
here?
Tolland, Connecticut. It happened this past September.
Tallinn, Mass.
And Tallinn, Mass.
Tallinn, Mass.
It was in June.
So what was he looking for?
Who?
The guy that couldn't find it at.
He was looking for connection, and he was looking for just working on himself. So this was this healing community. We spent the first night getting used to hours of being outside and going around a fire, and there was workshops. Like this is grandmother Karina, and she does womb work.
I like her too, actually.
She does all these Native Americans. She does sweat lodges. She does cacao.
You met.
She puts
Menstrual blood on your forehead.
blood on her forehead, and they all the women put their menstrual in the ground, and they sacred, and they do dances around it.
Was she the one you met?
What's the significance?
When you took
The beauty
you gotta be there at the right time to do that.
I guess so,
The
right?
beauty of the feminine divine, the reproducing.
So she's actually putting other people's menstrual on her face.
Yeah.
Here's an example of
Yeah, I don't think she's menstruating.
No, I don't think she's menstruating. No.
I'm standing with my friend with Sandra.
Passing on the
First was all the face
tricks.
paint.
Yeah, I'm
That was
like,
brilliant. That was the third night.
you're, okay,
Did you do it?
all right.
There was somebody who was actually
her own tears on my face.
detoxing
Why?
from pain pills there.
Oh, wow.
He had heard
this
on
nonverbal
some
exercise
live
before
stream
surgery.
Jason's music and cried and cried
That
and
bad?
heard about forest dancing.
It was like,
And he was on natural herbs detoxing
Wow.
It's like,
from pain pills.
it's one of those things you're supposed
Like,
to ask
and
permission
he
and
danced
check
and
in.
he danced and it was like, I
Natural
don't know.
herbs can
Like,
be pretty
my first
strong
reaction was
as
very
fuck.
touching, and then
they were
He
kind
was
of
still
was like-
drawing,
Yeah.
you could tell, but it obviously was not
Were there drugs? Were like,
No.
was there pot?
There was some marijuana, but they said no to that, and everybody had to be on the street if
Wait,
they
you
smoked
said
tobacco
They said no
to marijuana.
Stop
Like
doing
they didn't
it.
want anybody to do any of it. It was a
Yeah.
container. It was fully. We're in our own bodies. We're not
Right.
letting anything except healthy food. We ate vegetables all week and coffee.
Coffee.
And turmeric and ginger
Costa
because
Rica's
they
very
had
popular.
tons of it. And they like did some scientific experiments about their turmeric is like I don't know, it's got health properties that turmeric out here does not have.
Very more antioxidants.
Yes. I mean he was even saying that it was could cure cancer and they were bottling it and
Interesting. I like the
yeah.
menstruation one.
Yes. Yeah, but hearing that, like, because, you know, people are like, ew, that's dirty, ew, you know, like, so for me it was very,
wait, you did this?
no.
Next month though.
Will you
Yes.
join me?
Yeah. Call me, Chris. Yeah, call me.
Let me volunteer next year.
Put it on your forehead.
Not on the pill though.
I've done that.
Chris and I
Not for the same reasons.
So what else? So like the first night we had, was the first night shadow night? The second night. So what was the first night? I don't remember the first night what it was, but I know the first day I was extremely, I was up and down, with uncomfortable feelings and disconnect.
Just like us.
So the
Yeah.
first night was opening up
Yeah.
to the event, opening up to each other, opening up to
Then I guess the
ourselves.
second day was an extremely hard day.
Well, because the idea was that basically now we're opened up and we're kind of raw, but we're in a safe container. Let's dive deeper and let's approach maybe some of the stuff we're not really comfortable approaching. So we talked about shadow. So for instance, I walked around the fire at one point and I said, so we as men, we're in a strong container of women. How do we move with this? What's the best thing to approach? So whether or not, wherever you are, I propose that masculine's job and part of the reality is to provide a container. And we're walking around a fire and I'm saying this, and I said, so how about if I propose then that we provide a container And that means also as well that if we're providing a safe container, that we stand up. We stand up when we see something that's not right. So if we see something in such a violation of relationship towards our sister or our brothers, mother or whatever, any woman out there, our daughters, that we stand up for it. And we call each other out. And then right after that, a woman named Jenny Meatballs. Jenny's amazing. Jenny Carrington, but her nickname is Meatballs because she heard of a great recipe, or was given a recipe for meatballs, vegan meatballs, that you'd never know. And she said they're fantastic. So she asked, where she goes, she teaches people how to make these meatballs. So, nonetheless, so she's also, she just finished a novel talking about the rape culture, being exposed to rape, having to deal with complaining about rape, and talk about how society basically discounts and negates women's stand on when they claim that like they've been violated. And so when I said what I said, she said, okay, you got me. And she wound up doing this really intense hip-hop rap that was a stream of like, holy, and everybody was like, and she took it. It was amazing. And so there was, that was a perfect example of how we all felt extremely supported to do what we needed to do. That was just one of hundreds of things that happened.
I can only be seen that for a moment. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
There was another.
Nice meeting you. Have a good night, guys.
Today, I don't let Kristen talk about something again.
So day 2 was really hard.
So it was really hard.
Did you sense things about you that?
Yeah, I kind of went back to like high school, which is a really difficult time for me. And the time before the last few years, and I felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like that I wasn't. People didn't like me, or I was just like feeling.
Wait, that's how I was feeling. Brought back to high school. That's how you were feeling, or you were feeling that way there.
I was feeling that way there. Yeah, I started feeling very disconnected. But then I would talk to like Sita, or she would talk to me, and she'd be saying, I don't know, I feel really uncomfortable. I couldn't like leave my tent, and then I was like, really? Me too. But everybody was like going up to each other, and we were all mirrors, and we were all like all of that, our self-doubt, our fears were like coming out. And then when we danced around the fire, we were dancing and moving and crying and then not and laughing. That night went so fast. My job, we all had jobs, was to like man the fire, take care of the fire for a few hours. And I know what time it was. And so I noticed nobody was taking care of the fire. I was like, all right, I better do this. And I put a couple logs out. I look up at the sky and I'm like, light out? Like, no way. There's no way possible. Like, this is insane. It was like 2 hours ago we just got out here. So, and then it's like, all right. That was just one thing. And then we just kept going, and the sun was coming up, and it was just really intense. And everybody was smiling and laughing, and then birds like started coming around, and the cicadas were getting extremely loud, and we see these beautiful birds like they were coming down, and like it was really, really wild. And just to look at these people, they were so happy by morning. People were crying and laughing and hugging and hugging and hugging, and I'm like, where are we? Like, this isn't like, it was just like a different planet. Because people, I'm around people, and we're miserable, and we're complaining, and we're crying, and we're,
right
here.
now,
And, no, not right now. But I'm like, my work, and I'm like, I just saw a happiness I've never seen in a group of people. And it was beautiful. And I just sat there and looked at them, and I just like, it was just boring. My happiness of seeing people happy. Like, this is what we truly are supposed to be having. And we're fighting so hard to make life so hard and to be so disconnected. We were trying so hard to ruin our planet. And it was just like this, like, whoa, what are we doing? What am I doing with my life? What are we all doing? And
So what happens? I'm moving down here. That's it. I'm bringing my kids. I'm gonna bring all my clients down here. I'm like,
together.
sure.
Insurance cover.
Sure. Yeah, my son will totally want to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Michael would love it.
Yeah, Michael
no
would love
internet,
this.
No.
Yeah.
No Xbox.
But you know what? Like, they're gonna meet this guy, Joshua,
We
and
have
I think they're gonna
he
fall
has-
in love.
He has 2,000 movies he's recorded because there's no law against downloading it in Costa Rica. So he watches a movie a day, he reads a book a week.
So, Kristen, it was even more joy than people have at Fest. Yeah. Because people are pretty joyful at Fest, too.
They are, but they don't connect in this way. They don't tell their, like,
In some workshops they do, but
yeah. But it was a small group.
Right,
So we
it's
all,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I didn't get a chance to talk to everybody, but the people I did talk to, it was like these hugs that lasted forever. Like, the last night I held this young lady who was like, just bawling and crying, and I'm just like, I'll just hold you. And then there was like, it was nothing sexual. It was like we could all just like be very close and touchy and feely, and people wanted that. So that was cool, and to hear the young people like that too. I mean, there was a lot of young people, and there was a few older people.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
How old is Josh?
He's born in '77.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he's 39, like I am.
like us.
Me too.
So then we had a few days, magic moments around the fire. There was a praying mantis in somebody's hands around the fire, and it was like lifting its arm up, and we're all like, you could see like 35 people like, oh, look at this baby! Like, we were like so excited for all of the wildlife.
I was in the back playing the drums. I wasn't part of this, you know.
And then there was a hummingbird at the cacao plant, you know, and Jason sang to it. He was like chanting, and I'm just like, that thing's like never leaving. It's like moving around, like is it dancing to Jason's
Was this
chant?
Was this all like cacao ceremony stuff? Were you
No,
having
we did a cacao ceremony the last day. We did not use any substances. I mean, that's not a
Yeah, but
substance,
cacao's-
medicine, I know, but it also does something to your body. I mean, but so does all the healthy food. I mean, we just ate healthy food. Like constantly.
Yucca was awesome. I don't know if anybody's ever had yucca.
Oh, yup is good.
Very
Yeah.
bland, actually.
But they were serving with curries and stuff.
yucca?
Yeah, so we had the sauces with it.
That is
Yes,
like,
I was-
like itself just
Yeah.
That's fun.
that is that light.
It's yucca.
And I'm surprised
Yucca,
I didn't
it's a
burn.
root.
Yucca?
Yucca.
Yucca. Oh, yeah.
Yucca.
But
So,
I got
okay, yeah.
burn. I mean, I got a little
Yucca.
sun back here, but
Yeah.
I was
she's the one who's
outside.
mispronouncing everything down there all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
It's like,
Who, me?
yeah.
Yucca. I eat that. Yeah, I eat that like 3 times a week.
Like, let's get some plantains. Plantano.
Plantano.
So we get that.
I like
Oh, they're so
But
good.
we had sweet plantains.
Yeah. What else? The workshops.
There was, back to what you're saying about it not being sexual. I was the second oldest guy, third oldest guy there, so and everybody was like young pups. So I was pretty much
Very boring and one's like.
I was watching the show, so to speak. But there were a few older women, and one was amazing. She'd been there for 15 years, and from what I understand, she had just finished a divorce. And so she was 4 days out of the divorce.
It was 4 days out.
So she was processing, doing some deep grieving, whatever. I did this thing where I took the shakers. I didn't have my shakers, but I had some maracas, and these are like professional, like salsa grade maracas, and so nobody else is really throwing them. So at one point, I just got it and started throwing them. And once you get that shaker rhythm really going, it's intense. So I started really going at it, and I did this thing I'd never done before. I went like this, and went both of them, like that really fast, and all of a sudden, cicadas coming out of the trees. Because they thought it was a cicada, and I kept getting in the head with them. That was really funny. So I did this like, cicada call. And then I just started playing, and then this woman comes up to me, right in the circle.